Hi everyone. I'm in a hotel with very few materials available to me except what's in my head. And I'm going to attempt to give you a little bit of a string crossing troubleshooting guide to help you determine when you've got a messy string crossing. The first step is to learn to hear the messy string crossing. I'm always amazed that my students don't hear it. You have to train your ears to hear those unpleasant noises and the extra junk that doesn't belong in violin playing. Once you hear it, this is the next step. You have to determine which hand is the culprit. Is it a left hand issue or is it a right hand issue? And many of you didn't even know that that was a choice, but it is. And it'll be very clear to you at the end of this video, I hope. So let me just give you an example that hopefully most of us can relate to, and that is Suzuki Minuet 2. This is a very common string crossing problem, this piece. It's a great one for tackling string crossings, but made a tiny little noise, but that would be considered pretty good. Now, this is the sound that I want you to listen to. I'm a bad actor when it comes to doing stuff wrong on purpose, but, well, let me just play it. Do you hear that? And you're going to hear that in your own playing. And if you catch yourself saying, gosh dang it, I keep snagging an open string. Do you hear my open D? There's no D in that passage. So then why are we hearing that? That is a sure sign. When you hear an unwanted open string, that's a huge clue that it's a problem between your left hand coordinating with your right hand. So we're going to go ahead and say it's your left hand's fault, because he or she is leaving the string before the bow is safely onto the next string. So my third finger is on the D string, and then it lifts up before the bow crosses over to the A string, causing a slight little snag. Another cause of the open string sound is the left hand pulling on the D string as it releases. That's really hard for me to recreate to make it sound legit, but there's two causes for the unwanted open string when you're doing string crossings. One is lifting too soon so that your bow grabs the open string, or pulling instead of lifting, or having sticky fingers. Some students with really sweaty hands, or if you haven't washed your hands in a while, the string will stick, the finger will stick and pull on the string, and you'll get an open string sound. So that's number one. Number two is when it's the bow's fault, and this one is even harder for me to recreate. Let me pull out the Vivaldi A minor. Oh, let's see here. Let me fast forward. Here it comes. Here. Right there. So that's some short bow strokes with string crossings that need to be perfectly clean. And I can't do it on purpose, but I hope that you understand what I'm trying to demonstrate. I do it on accident plenty of times. When you get noises in between the notes and it's not an open string, then it's highly likely that it's your bow's fault. And here's what's happening. You're either stopping too forcefully and maintaining too much bow weight, or you're dragging the bow across the strings as you try to cross. It's really a gross demonstration, and I apologize, but I want you to kind of... Now, if you're doing it cleanly, your bow comes to a clean stop, but it's not a forced stop, like where you're crushing the string. Or you're not keeping the string weight, the bow weight on the string as you actually go to the new string. That's the most common one, is where you keep your bow weight down as you make the action to go to the new string. And that's almost impossible to have a silent string crossing that way. Watch my bow weight. Watch carefully the contact of the hair on the stick. This is the right way. I'm letting up most, but not all, of the bow weight. Just enough to keep me relaxed during the execution of the string crossing. Okay, that just reminded me, playing the Vivaldi reminded me of another really common spot where it's the left hand's fault. I hear this all the time. Do you hear the D string? Students lift up their first finger too soon, or no, it's their third finger. Which causes their D string to ring. So keep your third finger there until the bow. So the left hand needs to kind of be the last man out to make sure the bow has safely gotten across to the new string before lifting off of the string. Okay, so I hope that gives you some good clues as far as solving and troubleshooting your string crossings. Like I said, the first step is hearing it. If you're hearing it, you're well on your way. See you next time.